Alright class, just a little quick tutorial on how we can access our Pixton accounts through Google Classroom. So once we have signed into our Google Classroom account, what you're going to do is you're going to go to our top post, which is our Pixton Historical Fiction storyboard, and you're going to click on our Pixton for Schools links. Once you click on that, it'll have an activation link up here, which is already filled in, and if it's the first time you're signing in, you're going to click Submit. Once you click Submit, you'll be brought to this little page, and you're going to go to Login with Google. Now, once you've logged in with your school account, you should be brought to this little screen up here, which will give you one of your active assignments. But one of the first things that we're going to do is utilize the little Pixton tutorial. So it'll show us how to use it. Let's do that. Give it a little second to load. And so it'll take you step by step through how to set up your comic. So we can name ours Colony Comic. Okay. So that way we can already get started with our comic right from the beginning. So it'll take you through all the steps, choosing characters. You can search different types. So if you want to say that you want a king in your story, okay, here's all different sorts of kings that you can choose from. The farther you get from the first sort, this one is kind of more just a pauper. Oh, it's got Vikings, so it has king in the name. But you can go ahead and search that, put that in, you select it, here's your character, you can click and add another character. Let's just say we're going to add this poor person in there. Now you can click on a character to select it, and then start editing various things about it. So you can zoom on their face, change all different colors, you can change their skin color, you can change the color of their facial hair, or their hair overall. So again, we'll try to keep it as realistic as possible one way or the other. And it'll walk you through all the different steps. You can add your background. So again, if you're looking for a castle maybe, perhaps you're looking for a village or a city, you can go for different scenes that are in each one. This might be a little bit more believable for you. Let's see. Let's try Middle Ages. No preset background, so you can make a custom one, but villages would probably work out for most of us. Village, yeah, that'll do it. So you can choose your little background, and it'll apparently puts them in little positions like this. You can click to add text to each one, which is and you can enter your little speech bubble in there. You can move it around where you want it to go. You can make text bubbles from one to the other. You can click to move it. You can. Now let's say your characters are a little like out of sorts. So put a little text bubble here. So you can just go ahead and edit text sometimes if you want to do that. Let's say, let's go to our second panel here. So we click on that. Now, if we want to change like the focus of the scene, if we wanted to move from one spot to the other, we click this little hand. The one thing though that doesn't travel with our text is our text bubbles though. So what I would do first is set up your scene with your characters and where you want them to be first, and then type in our text. And then once you get there, then we could click on this guy. And let's say for practice, let's set this text bubble up so that way it goes to this person. So you can click and drag that little crosshair and you put it right down here so that way it's associated with our little villager. So let's say you want to change the body posture that you have. So how can we fix how we stand? So what you're going to do is you click the character. Now, in your changes to how they look, you could change your color, you could change the proportions, although we really don't want to mess with that too much because we don't want to make our people stop looking like people. You could change their outfits if you want to, but we're going to go to expressions. And one of the things we have here is preset poses. So you have all different kinds of poses. So if we just want a regular standing guy here, if we want to be moving around, let's have him be angry. He's angry for making him look absurd. So let's click our guy here. And we're going to turn him a little bit so that way he's standing upright. And we're going to move him down a little. And see how the text bubble still stays attached to him. So that way as he moves, it works out. But now we can make King James also be fixed. So we can go to his different poses. And where's our thumbs up? Here we go. Thumbs up. And you can set him right there. And then if you want to add another panel, it builds off of the last one that you just made. So if you want to get rid of this, you can just click on it, press delete, and let's say for him, we want to zoom in on him. So that way you can make one panel a little bit bigger. If you want to see it a little bit closer, you can. You can rotate your character if you want to. You can change the body position. So if you double click on them, you can turn them one way or the other. You can make them spin around a whole bunch of times. It's kind of weird though to do it a whole lot. And let's go in on his expression. We'll zoom into his face. And you can make him happy. So preset expressions. Let's just try happy. Here's a whole bunch of happy faces. Let's go with just plain happy. And so that way you can have it right there if you want to zoom back out. And then we can go to deselect him and add our text bubble. We just click away, add text, and I think I figured it out. And then you could just click off. You got this here. You can move it around just by clicking, holding down the mouse, moving it around, and then we'll just drag the little bubble right to our king. Like that. And there's your text bubble. So I hope this helps out with you guys setting everything up. If you have any questions, feel free to ask me. You can save all your panels, save your work. Whenever you log in, it will save your work on any computer. So you can save for later, save and continue. And when you log in at home or wherever it may be, it will have your panels already created and ready for you. Okay? Have fun.